New Era Las Vegas is getting into the holiday spirit with its Hood to Hood Winter Edition. New Era gave out 100 toys to 100 kids ahead of Christmas. The group handed out free hot meals as well and groceries. More than that, all near Bonanza and MLK. Organizers say that they are just trying to give mom and dad one less thing to worry about this holiday season.
It's not your typical giveaway experience. You're going to hear messages, you're going to hear music. It's going to be something that's going to make them feel like they're part of something. We don't want to give off charity vibes where we just give to them. We want it to be a community effort, something that feels about unity, something that feels about love, something that feels like family. And so that's what we're doing today.
All right, lots of cool toys there. The organization gives back year-round, but they say that this event is important in giving some kids a true Christmas experience.
Marble Manor is a public housing development for families in West Las Vegas. The community stretches just over 35 acres. Some of the qualifying residents are in a housing and urban development rental assistance program.
I moved in here and me and my kids, we came from the shelter. I didn't have any money. I didn't have a job.
The Southern Nevada Regional Housing Authority owns and manages the property where rents are based on tenant incomes. Some pay monthly rent equal to 30% of their income.
They are strict. They want their money. You don't got their money, you'll be out of this place. I mean, but it is what it is. We love it though. You know what I mean? The neighborhood is good.
On Wednesday morning, the Las Vegas City Council approved a $450,000 grant for the redevelopment and the transformation of the surrounding neighborhood. Marble Manor has been around since 1953.
These are really run down and bad. Everything's falling apart inside.
This public housing area consists of 235 family units in a one-story, mostly duplex-style buildings. And in the redevelopment plan, it would more than double the amount of units on this site.
I hope you guys upgrade all of them. Tear them down and just upgrade all of them.
Exact plans have not been finalized, but the project details does state existing units will be demolished as new units are built. Residents will be relocated and given first opportunity to return.
Expanding this place would be a good thing. Okay? I mean, they need more houses like this because there's a lot of people out here who don't got nothing.
The city tells me that the project is still starting. They need to design it and then construct it. So a lot of contracts need to happen in between that time. But a city spokesperson tells me they are excited to get the opportunity to reimagine Marble Manor. Reporting in West Las Vegas, Lauren.
All power to the people. It is Minister Fred Sanders, president of New Era Las Vegas. Family, I just want to address a few things, in regards to the news clip of the lady, the reporter at Marble Manor. She's announcing that Marble Manor will basically be getting a makeover. And then you have residents, and one resident in particular, who's under the impression that this will be beneficial for the community, beneficial for him and his family, and beneficial for the residents over there, which it will not be. This is the language that they use. It's no different than what they did in Chicago with Cabrini Green, where they tore down the housing projects, and then they created, which at first, it sounded like a good idea, what they called mixed housing, where they had, a person who owned a condo next to a person who was on low income in the same neighborhood, which gave low-income families an opportunity to be, in a nice area. The downside of that was most of the residents that was in that neighborhood originally were not granted access to come back. So when the news lady says the residents will have an opportunity to apply and come back, have an opportunity, but what's going to be the criteria? What's going to be the requirements? And that's what y'all got to read between the lines. Ward 5, and I have to say it, call a spade a spade. Councilman Cedric Creer is trying to gentrify the West Side. Right across from the West Side is downtown. So when you think about it, it makes sense to have, to them, it makes sense to have nice housing, to have, condos and looking over the view. That's part of the marketing strategy. That's why it's important that we start buying up the land on the West Side, opening up business on the West Side, pulling together our resources to open up shopping centers on the historic West Side. Because if we don't, we cannot be upset when our enemy takes, steals, buys, controls the resources over there, because that's exactly what they're doing and they're going to do. So they're going to start Marble Manor. Marble Manor been in Las Vegas since the early 50s. The historic Marble Manor, they're not going to try to put people that look like you and I in there. They're trying to bring in money on the historic West Side. Not to say that we don't have money, because we do, but the collective of our community does not. They're not going to bring in the masses of black people to live back over there. So the brother that's on the news talking, he ain't getting picked back in. I could put money on it. They're going to pick those from out of town. They're going to be high-rise complexes, high-rise condos. Family, wake up. Like, we cannot be naive. Peep the language of what the news reporter was saying. Folks will have, she said, the city said folks will have the opportunity. They will be placed somewhere else with the opportunity to come back. Where are they going to be placed to? Where are they going to be placed at? Because wherever they place them, the language is going to be, hey, you want to stay here. Stay here. Because listen, you're comfortable now. Your family's here. Your kids go to school around here now. Why move? And they're going to make these condos, which formerly known as Marble Manor, thousands of dollars condos, $2,000, $3,000 a month condos. The name will not be Marble Manor. Watch what I tell y'all. You're going to watch this video with a 10-year challenge. Watch this in 10 years. Because that's how long it's going to take. About 5 to 10 to get it rocking and rolling. But they setting the clip now. They setting the stage now. They planting the seeds now. Gentrification is real. That's what they're doing. They called it the historic West Side, but it's not. Listen, it's going to be history. Because the people that look like you and I will not be over there. And again, this ain't to knock the councilman career. This ain't to knock nobody. But a spade is a spade. I see what they're doing. It's not a coincidence that a month later, after New Era went and served, they dropped the bomb that they're going to be over there to gentrify their community. Everything happens for a reason. Everything is political. Words, terms, fashions, news, when things air, certain stories they record, certain times when they drop certain stories. Everything's political. Certain elected officials who get in office at this time opposed to that time. Everything is political. Believe me. And they know what they're doing. This is not by coincidence, beloved. This is by design. That's why black people need to come together and unite in the city of Las Vegas and organize political power among our people, so that way we can have a political voice and not just have a black face in a high place like Cedric Creer, but actually have somebody that actually genuinely loves and wants to be down for black people. Come on. Read between the lines. See what's going on. We got to organize. We got to mobilize our community, because, again, Marble Manor in trouble. We need to be going to Marble Manor right now, trying to organize that community and letting them know what's going to go down, because they don't understand. And we're going to have thousands of people displaced, misplaced on the street. They said they're going to place them somewhere, but again, they said a lot of things that they didn't do. So you can't go off what they saying they're going to do. We have to make sure as a community, as community leaders, organizers, servants of the people, we create a game plan for the people. Don't wait on the city and the government to do it. They're not going to do it. It's on us.